This is Harg, and I'm here to help. Today we're talking about some advanced ideas around controlling your gem crush. Right? We've talked about in the past how gem crush can get out of control. Like if you get too much of the board covered and you gem crush, you limit the amount of power that you can generate because you have too many gems that are on top of each other in a straight line across the middle as opposed to spread all over the board. Remember, the calculation for how hard you're going to hit is going to be, if you have 3 gems in a row, then that's the minimum unit, right? If you have two by themselves in a corner, they'll count as a multiplier, but they won't add to your power. So you need to be able to kind of generate a block of gems, but at the same time, you want to maintain some degree of separation, so that you can do things like maximize your cascade. So in this video, what I've done is I've recorded and then played back at 50% speed some of the things that happen during the course of controlling a gem crush, right? And one of the things that I learned kind of early on is this kind of mixed gem thing where you have an off color of gem and you use that to break up the pattern. But I didn't completely understood why. I understood that we were supposed to do it, and I understood that it worked most of the time, but I didn't really know why. And then this last event, I was able to really get a better grasp of some of the mechanics of it. So you don't want to have a checkerboard, right? Because like we said, you want to have enough surface area of your main one. But at the same time, what you're going to do is when you actually make your move, when you swipe a power gem to a power gem, right? Ideally, you want the two highest number that you can on color, right? You do that swipe and then you stop. You walk away, because then what it'll do is it'll maximize when those all disappear. It'll maximize the quality of the cascade that comes down. The other thing that it does, and this is kind of the thing that was a new aha moment to me, is that it seals. So in this case, we're trying to attack um, with blue, right? And I use the green as the off color. And what it does is it kind of seals across, right? If you get a power gem or two in each of the horizontal column or each of the vertical columns, it will make it so that it won't gem crush that column. Sometimes you get a leak, right? And that's kind of what happened here in this right hand column is as they generate, they get a leak. And so basically that same column just keeps crushing. Sometimes it gets a little bit bigger. Most of the time it'll just sit there and go 9999 or whatever. So the better thing to have there is if you can time it so that you've got blockers all the way across of the off color, then it won't gem crush and the individual power gems will get bigger. It's in this event it was a little weird to try to hit hard with it, and then in the end it was able to, I was able to get multiple power gem 20s on the board at a time, and that's really kind of what you're looking for. That's as high as it can get. It's a beautiful thing. It does really well. So hopefully that helps clarify things a little bit. So look for having the ability to group together your on color gems. You want to make sure you're down to hopefully 2 colors between your main color and your off color on the board so that everything gets used. You're swiping one time with the two biggest numbers, and you're allowing them to then trigger a big cascade, right? So if your first swipe, you're like, oh, I got 100 multiplier, and then the rest falls and it pops up to 180. That's, cool, very cool. And those numbers can be much bigger than that, of course. Um, and then the last bit is watch for that leak. If you find yourself with a rotation that you're getting a whole bunch of uh, one column just kind of bouncing over and over again with the gem crush, make sure that it might just be a fluke. It might just be that bad luck that happens. RNG is like that. But uh, you know play with your rotations, play with the order, that you're hitting the cards, and also the cards that you're using, right? Be thoughtful about how you're generating the off color gems, and you want to maximize the power with your on color while maximizing the while using your off color to maximize your multiplier, as well as making sure that you stay sealed across the board. So yeah, so watch for leaks. All right, so this was Harg. I hope that helped, and we'll see you next time.